Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here. Just seen Predator Badlands today, and it was one I was looking forward to pretty well. I am a big time franchise fan. You can go back as far as when I was a kid, even playing something like a video game called Predator Concrete Jungle, vastly overlooked game, by the way. Um, I enjoy the AVP movies probably more than most people, and of course, the original Predator is a classic in its own right. Arnold Schwarzenegger is my favorite, all-time favorite classic action hero, and it's the format of that, inspired a lot too. You can even see a 4K of Arnold's Total Recall right there. Behind that's actually a Predator 4K, by the way. So I'm a fan of the franchise. Enjoyed Dan Trachtenberg's last Predator outing with Prey, and for the longest time, I've wanted to see a movie from the Predator's perspective because it always would feel incessant. Oh, every time we get like a predator or anything, there always has to be humans at the center of it, and people seem to be really confused by that. I don't only know the movies or the first couple movies or such, but plenty of the comics, plenty of the novels, they have plenty more varied stories than just like about a hunt for a man or something like that. The predator lore and kind of history just can go way beyond that. And predators themselves, like Yautja, they can be treated as actual characters. So I was pretty glad to see a movie finally do that, and take that risk. A risk that shouldn't even be a risk. So now we have Badlands. It's about this predator who's dubbed Deck, I believe. And he's seen as like the runt, the younger of his clan. He's grown to be like a bit smaller, kind of looked down upon by his like alpha father and everything. And his brother tries to protect him a little bit, but he basically ends up something ends up happening with that. Then he ends up on this very dangerous plan to try and prove himself. He runs into Ellie Fanning, who is not a human. She's a Wayland Yutani android, so kind of connecting it to the greater Yautja xenomorph universe, with that obviously. And of course, there's a bigger plot going on with that on top of the initial purpose of him being there. And I gotta say, I thought it was very, very good. I had a pretty big blast with it. And another thing I'm seeing people complain about that some have and some even haven't seen the movie in the first place. Oh, but it's PG-13. It's been Disneyfied and stuff like that. That is not really the case. I mean, there is a cutesy character in it, Bud, but I kind of like Bud, and even then he plays into the plot a bit, and he's not really overdone or overly annoying. But the PG-13 thing, the only reason it is not PG, excuse me, the only reason it is not rated R is because there's literally no humans in this movie. There's no red blood. That's pretty much the distinction for the MPAA. If there's not any like actual real human violence, it's willing to kind of keep it at PG-13, which is crazy because there's decapitations in this movie. There's dismemberments, guts come out of creatures. There's plenty of creature violence, and then like synthetic androids. There's just no humans in it, so it's not rated R. That's literally it. But yeah, it's still plenty brutal and plenty violent. Just there doesn't have to be humans at the center of every story or in every story with this stuff. But Deck, it was nice to have a Predator with an arc. Outside of me playing Predator Concrete Jungle, that's refreshing to see a live action movie actually do. And the look of Deck himself, that people have criticized the CG for it. It looks pretty good in the overall film once as you take it all in and everything. And then like the suit the actor is wearing itself, it is practical. And then the face they do use mostly CG, but it is that mixed with performance capture. And they made that choice so they could more easily show emotion through the actor, and then overlaying it with Predator face. Instead of animatronics, which would still probably look cool, but maybe not quite as emotive, and full of expression. So I get that choice there, and it does still look pretty good. It looks detailed, and some thought obviously still went into the look of them, and so I was completely fine with that. Um, the world, it's just really addicting to watch. It's not overly long. The world he is on, it constantly kind of keeps going. There's not much of a slow point. You do get Deck and Ellie Fang's android connecting. Her name's Thea, and that's another thing. People are still like automatically, oh yeah, fuck Disney, it's woke, and just those sorts of like extreme right crowd that might not even watch the movie or care to, understand anything about it. Oh yeah, there's a romance between like an android and a predator. There's no romance in the freaking movie. Just like it's like kind of philosophical discussions, to a point, or just like in different forms of behavior and stuff like that. And again, predators go beyond than just like hunting commandos. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there's some character beats there, and then a lot of Deck's story driven by his brother and his father. But yeah, it's a pretty addicting movie to watch. I got to the point where I knew it was probably getting close to the end. I'm like, okay, I could use another 20 minutes of it. It does kind of set up for a potential sequel. I don't know if we'll get it, but it does seem to be doing pretty decently at the box office. I think one of the better earning movies in a bit this year. So we'll see, but I definitely enjoyed it as a longtime die-hard Predator fan. Trust me, guys, I was obsessed with Predator or anything. I posted like thousands of replies or whatever on different like forums and message boards and such. So yeah, this one was interesting to me, and I liked it a lot. Definitely one of my favorites of the year. So, what you guys thought about it? Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, of course, and Instagram.